Today on Use What You Got, we're gonna get rid of this old and nasty utility sink. And when I say nasty, I'm not joking. Check it out. So to replace this sink is very simple and very easy. All we're gonna do is shut off the water lines, which happen to be right here. We're gonna loosen the connections, pull all of the drains that go into the sink out and move them out of the way. We're gonna build the new utility sink, which I'll show you in just a second, put it in place, connect everything back up, turn on the water, and you're done. Here's the main portion of the new sink. This is a shelf for the bottom, which unfortunately we won't be able to use due to the drainage system underneath the current sink, which is right here. And then we have 4 legs, place for a towel. We also have this cool thing right here. What this is used for is to put in one of those 2 corners. So you can not only put the drain for the washing machine through there, but you can also use it as a shelf to put soap or anything else on it. So first things first, we're gonna build this new sink. Faucet in place, take your lock nuts, lock them down. They come with these connectors, but they're actually too small. So what I'm gonna try to do is use the ones that came with the old sink and connect it to this. It shouldn't be an issue because this side, which connects to underneath the sink, is the same. It's the connection to the water that's different. So I'm taking the sprayer, taking the hose that goes with it, pulling this piece up to the top. Nothing ever goes the way you want it to. So it seems to just work. I'm going to take this back off, hopefully figure out what's going on with it. Figure this out. I'm taking the whole top off. I don't see why it won't go through there. It should. There we go. I'm talking about. That was a pain. Alright, twist this back on. So it seems like when you buy this particular kit, I'll link it down below, you have to take this off, then you fit this through, and then you put it in. Finally got the cable through, now we're gonna actually hook it up. You just pull this down, and then twist it in. Definitely always check your connections, make sure they're secure, but you don't have to over tighten them. So I actually brought some pliers. I'm gonna make sure that this is nice and tight. But again, not over tightened. Alright, now that that's on, I think I completely forgot this. And I did. Gotta put the weight on. So, take this back off. I'm not a professional plumber. I'll just leave it at that. So you have the weight, you have this, you're just gonna feed it through. There's actually a sticker showing you where it should sit. I'm just gonna stop it at that. So we have about this much length to pull it through the sink. And then you just tighten this down. Alright. Now we can put it in. Nice and tight. Alright, I think that's as much as we can do for now. And it's time to pull out the old one. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is turn off the water. My connections actually happen to be right here, but it may be different for yours. They should be in the area or underneath the sink. Next thing I suggest is once you actually turn the water off, drain out what might still be in that pipe up to the sink. Which in this case is nothing. Alright. So now that that's turned off, I'm going to remove everything from the sink, disconnect all the connections, pull the sink out of the way. Nasty. Have a bucket around and some towels when you do this. It's helpful. Got towels. Get this out of the way. Next question. This sink is a little bit taller than the old one. So I'm hoping that the drain reaches. We'll see. When you're connecting these kind of threads, try not to force it. If it's the correct thread, it'll go on. Just find your place, take your time. And then, remember, you don't have to over tighten these. There's a rubber gasket inside of them. Just enough. Alright. This is gonna be an issue. Alright, so in the end, I should never have underestimated the challenge of installing something like a utility sink. I ran into a lot of challenges. the connection for the water lines sit pretty low. So what I should have done is bought a longer cable to go from the back of the sink into those pipes. But I tried to use the existing ones. The other issue was that the connection where the drain was not where it needed to be. So if this was the drain, this is where the connection was. So I couldn't use a straight pipe to do that. So I went out and I purchased a flexible pipe and I installed that. The next issue was that I bought one with the wrong end. So I modified the kit that came with the utility sink and I made it work. I did all the testing, there's no leaks, and everything's working. So yeah. This one kicked me in the butt, but I'm happy to be done. Everything's working, and I'll close this out by showing you guys some shots of it. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was helpful, even though it was kind of a challenge for me. Yeah, definitely glad to be done with this project. On to the next one. I will see you in the next video.